any time you play a season and you go through a regular season like we had, certainly the expectations were high. To have it come down to the last play of the game and the championship game is difficult to lose a game like that. But I was very proud of the way our players played. Guelph's a good football team. We did not play them in the regular season, so really no way to kind of gauge how who was the stronger team throughout the regular season. I think we're both pretty good. Both had good solid seasons, and give them credit. I'm proud of the way our guys played. Guelph's a good football team. They certainly deserve to win that championship. In order for us to be able to compete at a high level, it's important at the end of the season to stay relatively healthy. Losing a quarterback like Will Finch is a difference maker. But I think this year we got a little bit more depth at quarterback than we've had in past years.
Of course, we use motivation. We have still a lot of key guys left from last year. A lot of us from my class, my first year, are still here, ready to go, ready for our fifth year. So we still have a lot of guys here to prepare, and we've been through a lot. Second year, we lost to Calgary. Then third year wasn't our best year. Then, of course, last year was a good year for us and just didn't fall out how we thought it would fall out.
Well, a lot of things can happen in 1 year. That's why you always got to take it 1 week at a time, and I think that's maybe something we didn't do last year. We thought we could, having the season we had in the OUA, playing all those teams where we didn't really have a tight game the whole year, we thought we could just roll through, get out the OUA, and then really focus on that Vanier Cup. I think the day after we lost, we had a meeting here with Coach, and we kind of all looked at each other and said, okay, we got to change something we're doing. And it started in the gym with Coach Watson. I think everybody if you look at the numbers from last year to this year, everybody's way stronger, faster, bigger. And I think we were with Coach Watson pretty much every single day for the whole off season. So his energy translates to what we're going to bring on the field this year. I think that was the main thing. And then you combine that with all the practice we had throughout the year, pretty much every week. And I think we really built that chemistry with the guys. I've never been a part of a team that has the chemistry we had right now, and I think it started in the gym and on the practice field every Friday night at BMO.
I think we work hard. We work hard throughout the season. Are we changing a lot? No, I think that the strength of our offense and defense is the knowledge of what we know and the continuity of the program. So it's about our offense remaining relatively the same. Yeah, we change things and how we call things. We're diverse enough on offense and defense to be able to play against all teams. One of the advantages that we've had over the past 10 years is continuity in our team. In the last 10 years, we've had the same guy calling the defense and the same coach calling the offense, so that certainly helps. In order for us to play and execute on offense, I think that it starts up front with our offensive line. We got to keep our quarterbacks standing up, give them time to throw the ball, and create some running lanes for our running backs. We got very good running backs. We're deep at running back, but it's going to come down to our offensive line and our fullback in order to create some creases. Running the football and the way we did last year, and in fact the way we've done the last few years, is a function of having a great a good solid group on the offensive line. And we got a good group this year. We might not be as deep as we were last year, but we got a solid offensive line.
The O-line, we really came together this offseason. We lost 3 guys to, graduation, and 1 guy transferred out of here. But 3 starters off the offensive line, you'd think that, maybe we're going to have a bad year, but I think we're poised to have another great year on the O-line. Guys ready to step in. The one thing we do here at Western is we recruit very well to have guys always prepared to step into those roles when they need to replace a guy. And 3 guys coming in on the O-line that I think are going to be ready to play, and I think we're going to have another breakout year.
Coach Gleason, 100%. He prepares us really well. We watch a lot of film. He breaks it down for us so we can always just go out there and make plays. We're not thinking, we're always reacting, and that's exactly how he wants us to play with a lot of speed, and just go out there and just execute to our best of our abilities. Well, of course, on defensively, we're going to have to keep the points to the bare minimum, minimize our mistakes, because Coach Gleason always told us the way we got hurt was through our own mistakes. So if we minimize our mistakes, I feel like we will be great defensively. Then Offense always do their own thing. They're always out there putting up points. So as long as defense can do their job, I believe the offense will get the points we need to continue on to the Vania.
Overall, as a team, obviously, with a team like Western, we're going to have talent on both sides of the ball, and we're obviously going to be a Yates Cup, Vania Cup contender every year. However, I do think we're going to have a lot of new faces on the field this year. A lot of guys that are going to have to step up and make some plays for us, because we did lose some great players last year. Although we do have many great players returning, so we're still going to be a Yates Vania Cup contender, I would say.
I think we just have to approach every week like that's the most important game of the year, because at the end of the day they're all worth 2 points in the standings. There's no game that's more important than the other one. So right now our most important game is obviously Windsor, because that's the one we have on hand. But as the year goes on, that's just the next important game. So I think we got to approach every week like this could be the last one, and go into it with that mindset so we can win every game.
Coach Marshall's getting us ready for the upcoming first game versus Windsor, and then he just keeps telling us take it 1 week at a time, so we can't just look too far ahead. We just got to make sure we just keep taking 1 week at a time, get one victory at a time, and just keep on going until we get to the Vania.
You got to get better every week, and I think if there's for whatever reason, but I don't think we played as well in the playoffs last year as we had in the weeks previous to that. And that comes down to in the playoffs there comes a time when you have to be able to stop the run. And I told our players in the beginning of training camp, for whatever reason, that game in Guelph came down to the last play of the game. But there were times in the third and fourth quarter when we needed to be able to stop the run better than we did, and we needed to run the ball better than we did. And that comes down to offense and defensive line and being physical up front. So I think it's important for us to be competitive this year, to be physical. We need to be able to control the line of scrimmage on defense and on offense. You hope that you did a good job recruiting 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and that those players are now able to step up and ready to play. And that's kind of what we'll find out when we open the season against Windsor. Are some of those young players who've been developing for the past 2 or 3 years able to step up and play at a high level? We've been fortunate enough to stay pretty competitive every year. I would say this is a bit of a rebuilding year just because of the change of quarterback and probably the biggest changes we've had on the offense and defensive line. But having said that, I really do believe we'll be as competitive with every team in our conference.